You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and like I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's show. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, and of course, my replay gang, leave me a comment in the comment section below. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday to everyone. Hope you're doing well. So good to see everyone. I hope today's show has you in a good mood. I hope my volume is good. Let me welcome everybody who's in today. Hey, loving me, Tracy Anderson. How are you? Hey, Pandy. How are you? Good to see you guys. Appreciate your support today. Yes, everybody. Today we're talking about, let me get my banner up here. Today we're talking about failures, mistakes, and setbacks. And we understand that there's a lot of things that can happen to us in our life. First of all, we have to speak on failures. What do we define a failure as? A failure is something that happens and it doesn't work out and pan out the way that we planned. And people call that a failure. So let's talk about how we process failures. For the most part, when it comes to failures, what do we think about it? Do we think it's a inward thing? We take it personally when something doesn't work out the way that we want it to work. Do we look at it as an inner thing, as a personal thing? Like we take it personally that we had something that we tried and it didn't work out the way we wanted it to? Do we take it personally? Because I want you all to start thinking about our reaction to things. It's our reaction to things that matter the most. How do we take things in? When we fail at things, how do we look at it? And I'm telling you that being a human being, we're going to rise and we're going to fall. We're going to have a lot of things that we do wrong. It's just a part of human nature. It's part of the human experience and how we go through things. Let's see who else. I see some more comments. Hey, lovely Cherokee, how are you? Good to see you. Happy Friday to you and everybody in the chat. Realist one, what's up, bro? Good to see you. So, failures and mistakes, how do we look at it? Do we look at it as it's part of our human experience? Okay, it's part of the human experience. Nobody is perfect. Nobody. Even though some some people think that they're perfect and that they do everything right. Nobody is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Let's start off by saying that. Everybody is on the same level, even though some people think that they're better than others. But, but that's another topic for another day. But we are all imperfect people. We all sin. We all do wrong. And because we know that, we're going to make some decisions, right? There's going to be decisions that you make in your day to day life, and some of them will be good and some of them won't. But it's how you choose to look at things. What is your outlook? How do you perceive it? How do you digest it? Are you handling it mentally? Just like I said earlier, how do we look at when something doesn't pan out the way we want it to? Do we take it as a personal thing, as something that I am less than? I can't do anything right. Do we start to degrade our personal value, or we just look at it as a part of our day to day life? Yes, all of us make mistakes from time to time. All of us, we fail at things. It wouldn't be logical to think that everything that you try at will be successful. Everything that you try to do, whatever you attempt to do, is going to be successful. Everything is going to be perfect. There's going to be a lot of hard times. There's going to be a lot of failures. There will always be people who will fail us. Okay, always. That's a part of day-to-day life, but it's how we're choosing to deal with our situation. Are we allowing ourselves to say, hey, this is something that I can learn from, this is something I can grow through, and this is an opportunity? See, this is what I want you all to shift your mind, because we're always speaking over here on mindset shifting. Maybe you have always thought all along, when I fail, I'm not good at anything, I don't do anything right. See, we are harder on ourselves than we are on others. We give other people the freedom and the room to make mistakes and just say, oh, that's okay. And you release it, you let it go. But when it comes to you, when it comes to us as human beings, as men and women, do I say to myself, it's okay, it's all right? What have you learned from it? See, I want to give you that perspective, and I feel like it's something refreshing to ponder on, to not think that I have to do everything perfectly. See, your girl right here was definitely a perfectionist. I didn't want to release anything until it was to my perfect standard. And if you're always trying to do everything perfect, guess what? Nothing gets accomplished, because you're never going to do everything or anything perfect. When something is done good enough, you've done your research, you do it to the best of your ability, release it and let it go, because you've done your best. And I want to say that to anybody who is suffering with this thought process, this mindset of perfection, that society, other people, maybe the way you were raised, always it had to be to this high level, or maybe you have made these standards for yourself. I have to do this perfectly. See, on today, we're going to be speaking about Nothing has to be perfect. See, I want you to give yourself that permission and that freedom to tell yourself, I'm going to do my best, and then I'm going to release it. Then I'm going to let it go. Oh, welcome. I don't have my membership song because I got a copyright on it, but I will put up the super chat song. Hold on, pause one moment. When the super chat hits, I love that panza for real, y'all. I love that panza. Okay. Um, so it's very important for us to think about ourselves as being human beings and we're not perfect. Hey Anne Marie, how are you? Welcome. Hey always Tam Tam. Happy Friday to everybody. Good to see you. Y'all acting up today, huh? All right, all right, all right. It is Friday though. So it's very important for us to think about ourselves as human beings, as adults, as grown men and grown women. And with that, as a grown woman or a grown man, we have to allow ourselves the opportunity to fail at things, and to look at it as what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? See, it's about when you fail at something, question, why did I fail at this? Did I jump into things without all the details? Was it a bad idea? Was I trying to be like somebody else? See, let's pause on that for a moment. When we do things, are we looking to the left or the right and saying, oh, they're doing that and that's successful, so I'm going to do that too? Or are you saying, my mom, my aunt, my cousin, my this, my spouse, significant other, they're doing this, so I'm going to do it? See, what is meant to be for one person may not be for you. See, sometimes the failure comes because you're trying to meet with the expectation of others. You're trying to walk in the lane and the path that was not meant to be for you. See, that takes maturity, it takes wisdom, awareness, and humility. Not everything that is successful with another person is meant for us to do. See, we have to want to have our own lane, our own thing. We have to look at what we're good at. What is the goodness inside of me? What is the goodness inside of you? And then you turn that fire up, just like you're putting some logs on the fire, you pour some of that lighter fuel, ignite your fire from within. See, ignite it. What is meant to be for you is meant to be for you. What is meant for another person is meant for them. So we see in this society, and especially on social media, on this app, that is a lot of people who are trying to be successful like other people. Now, if you just stay in your lane, you stay in your focus, you use your personality, you use your talent, and then you take all of that and you pour all your personal sauce. And your sauce is your background, the things that you have been through, your talents, what you're good at. See, when you're in your lane, there is nobody that can touch you because there's no two people alike. No two people alike. And it's not putting other people down, it's just reality. No two people are alike. No people talk the same way. No two people act the same way. And people are drawn to different people for different reasons. So use what you have, use your talents and use your gifts. And not only are you going to feel better, but you're going to be doing what you're supposed to do. And when you do what you're supposed to do, guess what happens? Things just start being drawn to you. Opportunities happen, doors open because you're in your lane. So think about that the next time something doesn't work out the way that you want it to work. Are you doing this or that because of somebody else? Are you doing this or that because another person said that it was good? Or are you doing it because you really want to? See, we have to go inside of ourselves, go into our inner work, the inner part of us, our spirit. What does our spirit say and identify? Are we listening to that voice? Is this meant to be for me? Do I like it? And why do I like it? Why am I doing X, Y, and Z? And you have to get in touch and in tune with it. What can we do differently to get different results? Well, one of the best things that we can do differently is just be us. See, when something becomes downloaded, it's my strong belief system. When something is downloaded on the inside of you, go for it. Don't hesitate. See, what happens most of the time is we get a good idea, a good thought, and then we fail to launch it. We fail to move on it. We procrastinate, or we think, maybe I can't do it. So you start to feel inadequate, and you are not inadequate. It means that you got to go for it. When it comes to you, follow through, do it. See? And when you hesitate, sometimes see that fire goes out. You don't feel it, doesn't feel the same as when you first got it. When you move on things immediately as something comes to you, the excitement, the joy, and then you plan that thing out quickly and you just do it. Don't try to do it perfectly, just follow through with it. Yes, thank you so much, Tracy. Hey, King Me 305, happy Friday. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yes, Anne Marie, your goals are mine. Set personal goals. That is so important to set your personal goals periodically and check in. How am I doing on those goals? See, you may start off with a goal, but life changes. Maybe whatever is happening with that opportunity changes. You have to change along with the opportunity. Don't be afraid to rework, to rethink, to regroup, and then get back into doing it. See, the failure happens sometimes is because you start something and then you keep doing the same thing. Everything needs to be readjusted from time to time. Yes, realists, everybody got their own lane. Everybody. And they're good at you're good at it. So celebrate yourself. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate your past and what you've gone through. A lot of people they look at their past in a negative light. See, I like to thank my past. Thank you for all the tears I cried. Thank you for the people who stabbed me in my back. I'm grateful that those things happened to me because now I know what I won't accept. Now I know who I can't trust. And now I know to move forward without them. See, you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your energy. You're directing your blows in the right direction. So it's all about how you look at things. Yes, Tam Tam. Yes. It's all about how you look at things, and it's so important to look at things. And when some you fail at something and it doesn't work out, ask yourself, why didn't that work out? Was I did I plan that right? Did I plan it correctly? Did I do some research? Do I have a good mentor? See, in when we have failures in our life and things don't pan out, did you check with those who are already doing whatever it is that you want successfully? You got to check in. Hey, I just want to run this idea over with you. What do you think about it? Do you think it's a good idea? See, when you speak with other people, it makes you understand, is this something even that I want to do? You got to have to understand your why. We fail at things sometimes because we fail to see things And we don't want to believe that it's not successful. We don't want to think that we don't have a good idea, that it won't work out. And we definitely have to be realistic. If you see something and you don't see this as something that you can continue, why start it and then fall flat on your face? It's not worth it. You embarrass yourself. You will waste money. And sometimes it causes you to have pain and heartache. So look at the dangers, work it out, map it out, talk with somebody that you can trust, have a good mentor and support system, and lean on them. Ask questions. That's so important. Now, let's go into making mistakes. Now, like I said earlier, we all make mistakes, right? We all do wrong. See, nobody is perfect. Nobody. But when we make a mistake in our life, how do we look at it? And how do you process it? And do you beat up yourself? That is the question. Everything is about how you choose to channel your energy, your light, your vibration. See, a person who's low vibrational will, when something happens, they beat up themselves and then they stay in that and beat up themselves and beat up themselves. And guess what? You never accomplish anything else because you're allowing yourself to stay in the past. And one of the best gifts that you can give yourself is the gift of forgiveness. You must forgive yourself for things that you do. Be humble and say, you know, that was a mistake. And then find out, why did I do that? And then move on. Let yourself move on and go to the next level. Hey, D Goddess of Love, welcome. Happy Friday to you. Good to see you. And thank you, everybody, for the likes. Very much appreciated. Yes, so how do you look at the mistakes that you make in your life? Do you let yourself forgive, or do you go through your whole life beating up yourself? I hear people all the time when I mentor them, and and I made this mistake, and I did this 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. When are you going to allow yourself to let that go? What happened to you in the past is not going to change no matter how much you bring it up. You have to talk also to your inner child, the little boy or the little girl inside of you. And you have to tell that little boy and little girl, this is what happened. And you should not have done that. But I forgive you. And it's going to be okay. See, we're adults now. I have to talk to my little Marlene all the time. And I have to tell little Marlene, it's okay. I forgive you. Because those things will bubble up to the surface. It's only natural. Because good and bad is inside of all of us. And our bad will condemn us. Our bad will get us stuck. Our bad will make us not move forward in our life. It will keep us in a cycle of unhappiness. Even it may get you into depression, feelings of worthlessness. You feel like you have no worth and you are doing it to yourself. See, we can't sabotage our own success. Nobody has to do it for us. So we have to give ourselves the freedom and say, I forgive you. You're imperfect. You make mistakes. I forgive you because you don't always do right. Now let's move forward. See, when we do that, when we say, move forward, do better next time, we allow ourselves new opportunities to come in. See, that's how you spread your wings and fly. It's not that you fall down, it's how many times you allow yourself to get up. And you have to get up and get up and get up over and over and over again. Let yourself win. And to let yourself win, you must say, I forgive you. And also other people that hurt us, either knowingly or unknowingly. People are going to do wrong. People will be disrespectful. People will say things to try to get you down. but it's all about how you're choosing to take it in. Are you going to be angry and waste your time and your energy on people who don't care about you? Or are you going to channel your energy and say, no, I don't need that type of negativity. I don't need that type of drama. And you release it and say, I forgive you. Say, I feel sorry for you. And it's okay. I'm okay over here. It's all about the self talk that you choose to have with yourself. What conversations do you have with yourself? See, when something comes at me that I don't like, someone being mean, nasty, angry, backbiting, someone stole from me, stole an idea, I don't like something, or I make a mistake and someone constantly highlights, well, you did this 5 years ago. How are you taking it in? See, the whole thing, we get mad all over again, but when you have dealt with that, you have to shift your mind into saying, yeah, I did do that 5 years ago, but I forgive myself. And then allow yourself to keep going. See, nobody can hinder you without your permission. See, we give people so much power and control over what? Our mind. See, your mind has power. Your mind, you have the ability to either give yourself permission to thrive or to stand still. See, and most of the time we let ourselves stay still and to stay stuck in a cycle and a habit of doubt, worry, feelings of worthlessness, and we stay there and stuck, but we're doing that to ourselves. You have to give yourself that permission to let go, to be free, to not bring it up, to say, I'm going to move forward and we're letting that go. And I can't do anything to change this person. I can't make other people do right by me, but I'm going to do right by myself. It's so important to give yourself that permission. Yes. Yes, Marlene, so true. No one is perfect. Examine, forgive, and I move on. Yes, you must move on because if you don't move on, you're going to stay stuck in misery. And why be miserable? Life is so wonderful. Life can be so pleasant. There's so much joy. There's so much to learn. There's so much to do if you would only allow yourself. It's all about how you choose to look at your life. It's about your outlook. It's about your attitude. And unfortunately, sometimes because we've been through so many things in our life that we feel, I've been through so much, I've been hurt so much, I've been let down. And when your guard has been let down and people have trampled over you, took your kindness for weakness, used you as a doormat, there's no appreciation, no gratitude towards you, it can make you feel inferior. It can make your energy feel low. It can drag down your vibration. It can get you stuck. But also remember that you have the ability to, at any time, to shift and take your power back. Yes, you choose to give power to other people, but just like you give it away, you can take it back. Take back your power and claim it. And I am a firm believer in speaking things over my life every single day. And especially when somebody comes at you with some foolishness. You say, no, no, no. Mm-mm. Not over here. Not me, not ever. Do not talk to me that way. Do not disrespect me. Oh, I'm not going to take that. Okay? We have to speak up for ourselves. Remember, like I always say, we have to be our own best friend. You can't look to who you're in a relationship with. You can't look to family. You can't look to a job. You can't look to anything outside of yourself to love you. You have to love yourself. See, we have to start on the inside of ourselves because guess what? Problems will always happen. Failures will always happen. We will always make mistakes. And if we never allow ourselves to say, I'm imperfect. I'm human. I make mistakes. I'm going to let it go. We're going to do better next time, okay? And if you don't do that, you will stay stuck in the same thing year after year after year. And we must learn from our mistakes. See, sometimes we have to hit our head against the wall, keep making the same mistake, keep doing the wrong things, keep accepting things that we shouldn't from other people. But one day, when you get sick and tired, it does take that, unfortunately, for some. You have to get all the way sick and tired of being sick and tired before you will make a change and stop accepting foolishness. See, when you know your worth and you know your power and you know that you're somebody and you deserve joy, you deserve peace, that it is your portion. Remember, I tell you all motivators all the time, peace is your portion, but you must claim it. Nobody is going to claim the peace unless you claim it. Nobody is going to say, stop being miserable until you allow yourself to stop being miserable. See, a lot of things happen to us in our life. It's always going to be problems. It's always going to be stressors and people to stress us. But it's what we allow. It's what we let come into our mind, what we process in our spirit, and then what we choose to act on or not act on. See, nobody can stop us from getting up and trying over and over again. See, I want you to try. I want you to try. I want you to make changes. I want you to think in your mind, there's nothing that I can't do. I am unstoppable. It's about how you choose to use your mind and how you choose to cast your reach in this world. How you show up. How are you showing up in this world? When you show up, do you stand up confident? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, today I'm going to do to the best of my ability. Today I'm going to exhibit and receive excellence. It's about the way you talk to yourself. And then when you talk to yourself a certain way, what are your actions that shows up behind your words? See, your words are one thing. It's very important to have that positive self-talk. It's very important who you choose to keep in your circle, your environment, who you talk to, what you choose to be entertained by. All of that is how you're eating. See, you feed your mind either by what you're watching, what you're listening to, and also what you take in and believe about yourself. See, you have to believe in yourself. You must. This is something that is not optional. So when life hits you, and yes, there's always going to be things hitting you, stress, challenges, disappointments, negativity, all of it hitting us, ping ponging at us at all times. And that's why it's important for us to operate on all cylinders in our mind right here. We have to be convinced 100% I can get through anything. I can do great things. I believe in myself. I love myself, and I am my own best friend. When you have that type of talk about yourself, confidence, belief, love in yourself, yes, when those lows come, when people say things and they hurt us, our self esteem doesn't go down because we're confident in who we are and what we can do. And we know our talent and we know our gift. See, when you're not convinced of things, that's when you get down. That's when you get low. See, I want you to talk to yourself and say, I believe in me. And I want you to say that to yourself until you believe it. Hey, April Showers, how are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Happy Friday to everybody in the chat and those who are listening on the replay. When you know your power and your worth, no matter what other people say and do, You can bounce back. It's just like that rubber ball when you drop it on the ground and it, boom, it comes right back up. But other people, when you have not worked on your mind, when you have not let go, when you have not worked on yourself, when you are not involved in your self care and your self awareness, your self talk, you're not conscious of your possibilities that is inside of you and that you deserve great things. See, when you have that thought, I deserve greatness, I deserve unlimited joy in my life. Every the decisions that you make, what you allow your ears to take in, what you let your mind believe is a very strong thing. It has power and it has weight. Just because someone says something to you, that doesn't make it true. That doesn't mean you have to listen to it. Cast it aside. They are irrelevant. We have to work on our belief system. How much do we believe and love on ourselves? So I'm going to put the link right now in the chat. I've come to the part of this stream where I'm going to allow anyone who has something that they would like to add to this conversation. And we're talking about failures and mistakes. And while I'm waiting for someone to hit the link, um, let's talk about some setbacks. Um, Setbacks can happen. Definitely, setbacks can happen. But how are you processing it? You know, we can go through a health problem. Maybe you went through a divorce, you lost a child. So many things can happen to us in our life that can cause us to have a setback. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe an opportunity didn't pan out. Lots of things can happen to us in our life, but how are you taking it in? Hey, Tamika, how are you? Good to see you. Happy Friday to you. How are you dealing with a setback? See, a setback is an opportunity for a comeback. It's how you're choosing to think about it. See, the words failure, mistake, setback, it has a negative connotation, right? It's looked at in a negative light. And we want to shift that. So instead of failure, mistake, and setback, look at all of it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and also you're being released from people in your life that would be holding you back from where you need to go and what you need to do. See, we get mad and upset that people have left us. We get mad that people have disappointed us. But are you looking at it as they left my life for a reason? They weren't needed. They were going to hold me back. They were going to hurt or harm me. They were stopping me from the potential that is inside of me. So when we fix our mindset, our focus, our thinking, and not let it be negative, but we allow it to be positive, we let our vibration elevate. See, when we don't understand certain things, we have to forgive ourselves. See, there's certain times where you didn't have a certain awareness, you didn't have an understanding. You may have beat up yourself. Maybe your whole life you were fed that you were a nobody, you were nothing, that you can never do anything, that you don't believe in anything, you're lazy, you'll never accomplish anything, you're ugly, you're fat, nobody will ever like you, or maybe in a relationship. Maybe you were verbally abused. Maybe you were physically abused. Maybe you were used like a doormat. Maybe you were never appreciated. But today is a new day. See, every day that you're alive, you have an opportunity to release that. Release it and let it go. That was the past, and today we're going to focus on the present. Yes, in our present, we can give ourselves the opportunity, the wings to fly. We sometimes don't even understand we have wings that we can spread and fly. After you get through some hard times, and I'm telling you, when you get down, it's so hard to stand back up, to get your footing again, to go through your day to day life because it hurt, or you're sad, or you're disappointed, or you feel like, why did I do that? But we have to release it, forgive it, and let it go. See, setbacks happen sometimes because maybe you jumped ahead. Maybe this was something that you weren't even supposed to do. It wasn't meant to be for you. Or that person wasn't meant to be for you. Or that person was there to harm you. But now you're still here. Out of everything, you have to remind yourself every day, I'm still here. And I love myself. And now I have a opportunity to make a complete transformation. Yes, transform right here. Transform your mind, transform your actions, and give yourself the permission to try. See, when we have setbacks, make mistakes, or there's failures in our life, that's the hardest thing, is to get up again and to try. And maybe you feel embarrassed and you feel like, why even try? The last time it didn't work out. But today, it could be a different change. It's a different opportunity. Let yourself win. Let yourself try. Believe in your talents and your gifts. Love yourself. Know that you can do it. You can do it, and you can be anything that you want. But it's all up to you about how you talk to yourself. Do you talk to yourself in a manner that will cause elevation to take place? See, if you have a poor outlook, most of the time it's a poor attitude. Yet you may be going through difficulties. I think everybody is. Everybody has problems, things that stress them out, things that disappoint them. They may not be where you want to be, but it's how you're choosing to look at it. What you're presently going through is about growing through it. Right now, what could I be learning? This is the question that we have to ask ourselves. At this very moment, what are you learning? What are you growing into? Are you gaining wisdom, courage, strength, might, resiliency? But it's how you're choosing to cast your thoughts. Hey, Eastad, how are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. It's all about how you're choosing to cast your thoughts. Are you letting yourself win? Do you think you can win? See, we can want great things in our life, but you got to get up. You got to stop being lazy. Stop dragging your feet. Stop procrastinating. Believe in yourself and try. And the more things you put out there, I'll try this, I'll try this. And yeah, there are going to be things that aren't going to be working out. That's realistic. Everything will not work out, but a lot of things will, and they can, but you must try. Let yourself try. Let yourself make a mistake and say, it's okay. It's okay to make a mistake. You know, it's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. See, we're our worst critic, right? We beat up ourselves all the time. Why did I do that? And I shouldn't have done that. And why did I do this? And why did I do that? You just got an opportunity to learn. You got an opportunity to grow through something and to grow into something. Believe in yourself. Let yourself release it. Let it go and forgive yourself and leave it there. Stop picking up what you've already put down. Say, okay, okay, I forgive you. Next. Now we're moving on to the next thing and the next opportunity. but it's all about how you're choosing to look at it and what attitude do you have towards your situation. See, sometimes our situation, we can't change what we're in sometimes. Our present circumstance. You may not be able to change it. You may not be able to remove yourself from certain people in your family because for some reason or the other, just that could be your present circumstance. But one thing that other people, regardless of who you're around, nobody can stop you from this. Nobody can get into your mind. Nobody can stop your thoughts. Nobody can stop you from believing in yourself. Nobody can stop you from loving yourself and getting into your self care, your overall wellness. Go out there, do things for yourself because when you do things for you, because when you feel good, guess what? You look good. You're going to start doing more and more for yourself. So work on your independence. Become more and more independent. Believe in your ideas. Trust that you can do it. Give yourself that permission. I can do it. And I'm going to try and try until I win. See, the attitude of most people is they try until they fail and then they give up. See, I want you to try until you win. Try until you win and try until you win. That's success. Successful people, they didn't just win the first time. The successful people, they may get 100 no's, but all it takes is one yes. That's it. Just one yes can shift and change your entire life. So don't stop until you win. See, I believe in you all. This is why I use my platform to motivate you all, to encourage you all, to keep trying, to keep going, to not listen to the nonsense and foolishness of still people. They're still doing the same foolishness. They're still not trying. They're still negative. You can't change that, but stay away from them. Remove yourself from them. Don't listen to them. Start feeding your mind, reading positive information, speaking positive affirmations over your life, and building up a good friendship with yourself. Telling yourself, I can do it. I can meet my challenges with success. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Feed your mind power. When your mind is strong, no matter how much times you fall down, you can rise up because you believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe that challenges will happen, mistakes will happen. But what did I learn in this process? What did I learn? And look at it with a smile on your face. I learned how to be stronger. See, now I'm more courageous. Now I can speak up for myself. Oh, yeah, now I'm definitely not making that mistake that I made before. See, there's always something that we can grow into. That's how we become more mature. That's how you gain more wisdom. But you must humble yourself and see what you're doing that is not good. Unfortunately, we do things over and over again expecting different results. And that's defined as insanity. That's insanity to do the same things over and over again and expect different results. It won't happen. So it means that when you see something that you're doing and it's not working out good, or you see that these people don't care for you and they're doing wrong to you, why keep accepting their poor behavior when you don't have to? You don't have to accept other people's poor behavior. Love yourself enough to say, I deserve better. If more people would feed that into their mind, I deserve to have better and thus I will do better. Don't look to somebody else for your permission to thrive and to grow. Do that on your own and speak to yourself, speak over yourself, speak it into existence. I deserve to thrive. I'm thriving. I'm doing it. And don't forget to celebrate yourself when you have those wins. I'm winning. I'm winning. And I'm so proud of you. You got up when the odds were against you. You got up when people were stabbing you in the back. You got up when other people thought you would give up and give in, but you didn't. It is all about what you're choosing to believe and think about yourself. And you have to say it to yourself, I deserve to win. For so long, I never would give myself that permission because of all of the negativity around me, the negative people. And when you are around negative people and all of their negativity and all their drama and all the things they're going through, you don't even have time to sit and think about what you want. And you deserve to think about your own plans, your own goals, what you want to do. So back away from those who aren't feeding and nourishing your spirit and your goals and helping you to get to your next opportunity. We have to be aware. We have to be understanding. Okay, I understand. Mm-mm, they're not good for me. Oh no, that's toxic behavior. No, I don't deserve that. No, I'm not going to let you talk to me like that. And then make changes. If you don't show to others how you want to be treated, they will continuously disrespect you. It's about what you allow. You train people how to treat you. And if you aren't treating yourself well, guess what? Other people will not treat you well. And don't say yes to things you want to say no to. That sets you up for failure too. You know you don't like it. You know you don't want to do it, but you're just doing it to be popular. You're just doing it to be liked. You don't deserve that. Be honest with yourself. When you don't like something, you don't like it. No explanation, nothing is necessary to tell other people. You're grown. If you don't like something, you don't like it, then don't do it. And you don't have to tell nobody why. Okay? We're adults over here. Yes, so true. You must celebrate and love yourself. I remove myself from negativity. Yes, lovely Cherokee. You have to remove yourself from negativity because you don't even realize sometimes you start saying negative things when you're around people and they have a negative attitude, nasty, always looking at life as a glass half full instead of half empty, you start thinking that way. You start feeling discouraged and let down, but don't allow it. Don't allow it. You deserve much better. And people say, but that's this person and that's this person. It doesn't matter how long you've been in a relationship. It doesn't matter if a person is your family member. It doesn't matter how long you've been on a job. If you're being disrespected, if people are not giving you appreciation, if you feel like you're being a doormat to other people, you at any time can say, I'm not going to allow that anymore. I'm not going to allow you to treat me this way. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me. I'm not going to allow X, Y, and Z and mean it. And don't just say this one time and then the next time you do it. Let yourself win. And when we let ourselves win, that means I elevate my mind. I elevate what I think I deserve. When you think you deserve better, you're going to ask for better and you're going to take in better. Don't lower your standard. Don't lower what you can do. Maybe another person may not be able to do that. Oh, why do you always have to do this? And why do you always have to do that? And whatever your talent is, because I know all of you have a talent. Don't hold back. Don't slow down your talents and your abilities because other people don't have your talent. This is when you put your foot on the gas. Put your foot on the gas and go. Elevate. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Get to your next level. But you can't get there until you give yourself the permission to win. I want you to win, but you have to want to win on your own. Don't beat up yourself too much. Let it go. Humble yourself. Look at it as something is okay. This is my opportunity to learn something and to be taught something and learn the lesson. And ask yourself, why did I go through this? And why did I make this mistake? And why did I allow all of this when I should not have? That's how you grow through things. That's how you learn through things so that you don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Let me tell you, you deserve better. Why? Because you're strong, you're capable, you are deserving, and you are able to have and achieve anything that you want. But it's about here, fixing here. And you must fix here, regardless of what other people say, regardless of who likes you, regardless of who challenges you and comes at you and says you can't do it and you want nothing. Even if you're going through this road alone, walk that road alone and do it and be it because you deserve it. And like I always say, just know it, just breathe it and be it. Be everything that you're meant to be. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Love starts within. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining me today on Marlene Motivates. I am your channel for all things positive, inspirational, life lessons, self-improvement, and mindset shifting. I appreciate you for being here. And if you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, leave me a like, turn on your notification bell, and I would love for you to join my channel membership for member-only perks. Thank you so much, everybody. And I hope that you allow yourself to win. Allow yourself to win, everybody. All of you motivators, win, win, and win. Give yourself that permission, celebrate yourself, love yourself, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't win. I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. Bye, everybody.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah. Whoa, yeah.